Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha from wisdomseekers.net, and I'm here to do the week of, the 19th to the 25th. Though I wrote the 18th to the 25th, but whatever. So I'm going to start off right away because it's just simply that way. That way I don't have to talk about things and everything like that. So the first card I pulled was Well-Deserved Rest. Hello, Marna. Or is that Mama?
Mama B.
Okay. Well-deserved reward. So let's hope that is a very accurate card because we've been working hard. Just living in this time is hard work. So the first card is the Hangman. And the Hangman is all about taking time. Don't rush. It is one of the biggest patience cards in the whole world deck, tarot deck. It's about allowing things to happen around you, because things are happening around you, but you don't want to participate. You want to hold back and wait for a time being. And the card that covers it is the Hermit. And this is a major arcana, the two major arcana. So this patience card this week is probably a pivotal week in some way or other. The Hermit. And the Hermit is our way shower card. Now, it used to be the Hermit would stay in his cave and meditate for 10 years and things like that. But now the Hermit has reached a level of enlightenment, is walking among us. And that is us. That is who we are. We are the ones who are leading the way. And what's behind us is Three of Pentacles. And this is because we're becoming aware of who we are. We realize the vastness of what we are. And so that's why we have got the right to be way showers and leaders. And it is awakening. So what's below us is the Princess of Cups. And the Princess of Cups is looking after yourself. A well-deserved rest by the Hangman. Take your time. You might as well enjoy it. You might as well take a well-deserved reward of being relaxed as much as possible. And the card that's in front of us is an interesting card. It's the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands, it's about celebration. Hopefully, we have something wonderful to celebrate in our unique lives, and in the provinces and states around us. Maybe there's celebrations as well. I never noticed them personally because they don't affect me very much. But for people out here who like July 4th or the 1st of July, in Canada, they are very important dates that people can and should celebrate. But in this case, I think it has more to do with the awakening, being aware, because the next card is the Justice card. And the Justice card is what I like to call my light worker card. It's the card of cutting away that which is no longer necessary. It's a card of being aware of your surroundings and allowing your heart to be light as a feather, which means that you're not reacting to things in a negative way or a positive way. You're just allowing them to be what they truly are. And at the same time, you get the Ace of Wands, which tells us we have a great deal of support from those on the other side, angels, guides, etc. Because there's a lot going on right now that is We do need the support a great deal, but it's also transmuting the energy from what was to what should be. And then we have the Chariot, again, another major arcana. So there's 4 major arcanas this week, which means pay attention. It's one of those weeks. But the major arcana is telling you about balance. It's saying that you can't always be in balance. You may fall out of balance. It's what you do after you fall out of balance that's important. And most people who are at the level we're at can get up and start over again. So the next card is another change card, but this one is a very positive change card. It's a heart opening. It's where your heart opens and opens and opens, and the wider it opens, the less you can be affected by that which is surrounding you. And an example is 5G. I was listening to Chiron, and he's basically one of the very few channels I actually listen to. And the original Chiron, not the people that came after him. And he said that 5G should not affect us because we are vibrating at a level where it will not affect us. And that is something that I sincerely believe. Will we have our ups and downs this week? Yes. This is a card of frustration. It's not seeing what we do have and being unhappy with what we have, which is quite common right now because there's a lot of things going on we're not too thrilled about. And this card, I think this card just should be out and just never bother to leave the deck. It's the Princess of Swords. And it's all about pulling up that which is which we haven't looked at, which we haven't chosen to look at, and dealing with the subconscious energies. So I think it's a minor thing this week. I don't think we have to do a major amount with that, but it's ever prevalent. It might be towards the end of the week, but we do need a break. We do need a rest, because on top of that card is the 2 of Pentacles, which again is like the Hangman, but it's a general energy of please be patient. Things are happening behind the scenes. And we just have to wait to see how things end up. And then on top of that, I get the 6 of Wands, which is very much the same as the 3 of Pentacles. It is having put in the effort, you reap the reward. You may have to sort of cards are not going anywhere particularly, are they? They're just talking, which is interesting because the next one is the 9 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands is protecting that which is yours. And interesting. I think I'm just going to pull the plug on this reading because it just sort of meanders here and there. The next is the King and Queen of Wands. And so there's a coming together, a balance of sorts, because to get the King and the Queen of Wands together is unusual. You may get them, what are the odds? 72 cards. You're going to get the 2 together. So she's all about ending and beginning of a new cycle. He's about seeing things and being aware of things. And then we have the Goddess, which is 4 or 5 major arcanas, the Star. So people looking after, you're being looked after. And I'm just going to stop there because, like I said, the cards are just here, there, and everywhere. So this is going to be a week that you make it. If you want it to be good, it will be good. If you want to grow, you will grow. If you sit back and watch, you should be fine. If you stir the pot, you can pay for it. And that's but mostly just take a well-deserved rest. There's things happening. You don't have to be involved in it. and look for a new vitality, new energy coming your way. And I think this is the last card, is the most important card of the deck. So just relax. Don't try to do anything. Don't force anything, and just wait and see if you do feel like you're receiving new energy coming your way, a new to you energy, and it should be a very positive event. And I'm going to pick this up before I lose it. Okay, so just try that and see what happens. And did you want to take over, Al?
Oh, yeah.
I'm here.
But am I awake? Not really.
No. We try not to wake up early in this household.
Mama B asks, hey, do you see me moving anytime this year?
I do, actually, but I don't think it will be probably September. And having said that, September, I'm really bad at times, because as I've pointed out over and over and over again, the future is not set in stone. We can do anything we want. And I recommend highly that you do what you want.
Lily Dula asks,
hi, Lily.
Hello, nice to see you. How are you doing?
Actually, better than I have been, which is kind of nice, because I've been really tired. So that's why I cut down to once a week, because I was just really tired. Okay.
Kathy Cephias.
Hi, Kathy.
Hello.
Long time.
Jeanette Preston says, hello, my dear.
Hi, Jeanette.
Yay, I caught you live. Finally.
Yeah, it's been a while. What time? I think that Aaron is supposed to be on Saturday at 4 my time, our time. So that might be worth putting in your phone book. It's just it is subject to change, unfortunately. Okay.
Tari Avalos asks, hello. How is the month of August going to be between Arthur and me?
Okay. I'm afraid you're not going to be terribly happy, but it's going to be like riding waves, up, down, up, down. It's going to be, I'd say, interesting. Yeah, that's the best I can offer you at the moment. It will be interesting.
Sharon Stone asks, is the Scorpio man regretting leaving me?
Not yet. He might in the future, but right now he's still a little pissed and angry about whatever. Whether it's his fault or your fault, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter if it was a fault. He's still trying to justify it. And so give him time. And honestly, do you really want somebody back when you can go forward to something better? And there's always going to be something better, as long as you've learned from the past. Okay, does that make sense?
Yasmin J asks, does Maria wish bad upon me?
Maria. Not really. It doesn't appear to. I mean, she's cranky and everything, but she doesn't appear to be wishing negatives.
Lily Dulo asks, is this deck for Taurus?
Is this what?
Deck for Taurus.
What deck?
I don't know. Mom?
The card you pulled.
Oh, it's just for it's just
General.
in general for the week. I haven't done
So,
the
yeah.
four elements for a while because my energy level's been kind of on the decline. So it's just for everybody. It's a general reading.
D Sparks asks, "Hi ladies, I'm going back into lockdown and it feels isolating.
Oh, you must be in California.
Do my guides have any messages? I believe there are other people in the States going back into lockdown."
As well?
Yeah.
Because California seems to be the worst place.
Yeah, but I think there's others as well.
Okay.
Messages.
Yeah. I just so I'm going to suggest something. It's probably not a good idea that I do, but I'm going to suggest it anyhow. Look and see what your local laws are. Look and see if they have the right to put you back into lockdown, because in some places they don't, and the judges are telling the people no, they can't. The people who are putting in the lockdown orders, they can't do that, and it might be that they can change, that there is a way of dealing with this situation that is not quite so hard on people, so stressing, so emotionally abusive, and it really is emotionally abusive. And if you do the research, you're going to find that a lot of this is not necessary. It's just people reacting from fear. Unfortunately, if you go on my Wisdom Seekers Facebook page, we do have there was a channel, which I don't usually listen to channels, but I listened to hers, and it actually made a lot of sense. And she talks about the spiritual energy that's happening, and it will give you hope. So I recommend that you pay attention to that if you can, because it will give you hope to deal with this situation. And I also recommend that you find, there are a lot of people online now who do games, and maybe it's not your thing, but it's fun. It can be a great deal of fun just doing games. And for instance, Weave. I think you can do Weave with Zoom.
Yeah, well, we have.
Yeah, we have. And you can find people. And I did it with my grandson. My grandson is 8, and he had a blast. He had such a fun with it, and he wanted to do it again, and we never did it again. It's partially because my energy level bottomed out, and I just didn't have the energy to do it. Well,
and also his mom, my sister, is very busy.
Yeah, that too.
And we couldn't really pin down a time.
Well, we did try a few times, that's true. But she always had other things going at the time. So, but instead of allowing yourself to be locked down and locked away, find somebody, and it is fun to play a game. It really is a great deal of fun. And one of them, I pretended I was Bender, and I had a blast. We had a, and I kept telling people, well then, that the reason I was always broke is I had to have the high octane to keep myself happy, and things like that. Go and have fun. You don't have to sit in the corners of your house alone. You can do something, and you don't have to play with people. You can reach out and say, hey, anybody interested.
And if you don't have Weave, though it is a free app in any Google Play and the App Store for Apple, there's also a bunch of free online one-page role-playing games like Honey Heist, where you're all types of bears.
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
And you steal honey from the humans.
Yeah, that one's hilarious.
Or,
There's another one where you're all little mice.
Yeah, or there's one where you chew bubble gum, I believe is what it's called. I'm here for either bubble gum or to kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. But it's fun. If you roll your stats perfectly, you succeed. If you roll higher, you lose. Then what type of bubble gum you have in a bowl, you have to eat one bubble gum, or if you fail, you have to eat one bubble. There's a bunch of fun little strange role-playing games that you can make into your own.
Yeah. And there's no need for us to be alone. We don't have to know everybody that we play with. We can just have fun.
All right. Where are we? Lucy B asks, does Brianna have anything against me?
I don't think so. I think Brianna is just cranky. That's all I'm getting. Is that she's very cranky. Yeah, it doesn't appear that she does, honestly. She just appears to be cranky.
Karen or D Spark says thank you. Karen Sue says, do you ever see my mom and Celeste becoming friends again?
Not for a while. It appears that there is a lot of ego on both sides at the moment, and it's basically ego that's stopping them.
Jargy asks, hello, lovely ladies. Good morning. Any messages from Spirit?
So this is a week that you want to be as calm and as quiet as possible, because there's something huge happening for you, and you don't want the energy to you need to allow that energy, the extra energy that you have, to allow you to integrate what's ever happening. You need to integrate it this week. And it does appear that it is kind of, it does appear that it's kind of important. I'm not sure from your name what religion you're in, but I think it would be a good idea to, and if you're not in any religion, meditate, but it's a good idea to pray or commune with the higher elements right now. Okay.
So here is Lily's official question. Can I ask for any insight regarding my relationship? It feels like it's coming to where I want it to be, but there is still work on it. Has to be done on his part, and the cards really resonate with me.
Well, that's good, because they just seem to be really strange today. Let's see. It feels like he's actually is growing up, honestly. And I'm saying that from prior knowledge, where he spent a lot of time worrying about other things. Um, but you're right. He's spending more time thinking about you than he used to in that respect. Uh, it actually he does feel like he's maturing, growing, and becoming the man, like you said, you want him to be. And you never forced him ever. I know I'm not saying anything that respect, but he is on his own becoming that person. And congratulations, you have a patience of Job. And if you don't know who Job is, he's a biblical character who had a lot of patience.
Moonfeather asks, "Hi ladies, how are you both? I was wondering if my guides have anything to say. I feel I've been feeling them around, still feeling like something is about to shift big in my life. Please and thank you."
Well, your guides are laughing and smiling and saying, yes, things are still shifting. They're in the process of shifting. It's not like it's going to happen right. It's a process, and the process at this moment happens to be outside, in the ethers more than and it hasn't reached the physical yet. So above as below, and it always happens first in the energies above, right? So they're saying yes, you're doing fine. Don't 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 worry. You're right on track, and they think they're quite happy. They're quite happy with what you're doing, with how you're doing, and everything. So. And they don't want me to tell you what's going to happen because it's a secret. I think it's something you're going to really enjoy. So, congratulations before it happens, but I think you'll know when it happens what it is.
Maria Herrera says, "Hi."
Hi, Maria.
Lakeisha W asks, "Hello, what do you see coming for me in love? Thank you."
Lakeisha. So I'm going to give you a lecture because what I got was looking for love in all the wrong places. So when that happens, it basically means you need to spend some time with yourself, and you need to look at yourself with a great deal of love and respect. You need to look at yourself and realize just how wonderful and how great you really are. And until you do that, you're just going to draw the same kind of people. But when you realize that you are of value and you're valuable, then you will draw a really, really nice person. Not your typical guy. Not because you will have changed and you're not the same person that you have been. So you will attract somebody else, some other kind of energy, and you will appreciate that person a great deal. I can promise you that. Okay.
Enjoy peace and love. Asks, "Hi ladies, hope you're both doing well, doing great.
Thank you.
May I ask if my guides have anything to help me through this month into the next? Thank you."
And your guides are telling me that you should be the watcher. Don't participate very much in what's going on. You don't. It's there's things happening around you that you can see what should be done, and they're asking you to watch rather than give advice. And they say when it's time, you will know the difference. It will feel different, basically, because maybe they'll come and ask you, but until they come and ask you, don't give advice. It's mostly because they're not ready for it. But I can feel you going, but I know the answer. I know what they need. And you're right, you do. But until they can see it, it doesn't really matter. Be patient. So enjoy your time in the sun. Don't pay much attention to what's happening around you, until be aware of it, but don't live it, because until it's your time to get in and help them, there's nothing's going to you're not going to be able to do anything. So sit out in the sun, put your feet up, have a nice cool drink beside you, and simply enjoy being who you are as much as possible.
Lily Dulo says, well, take your time to rest. You get a lot of energy from everyone, and once in a while, you need some rest.
Thank you, Lily.
Moonfeather says, I'm currently up in Burns Falls. Surprised I even have internet right now. Had a bonfire, swimming, went on an ATV. Been really nice to
fun.
be in nature. Burns Falls, sorry.
Who is this?
Moonfeather.
Nice. Really nice.
Jennifer Schwab says, hello, ladies.
Hi, Jennifer.
We had a mother cat and her 3 babies staying in front of our house that we have been feeding. The orange kitten disappeared yesterday. Can you see what happened to it?
How old was the kitten? It was wild, though, right?
Yeah. Well, assuming they're feral cats.
Well, if they're staying and they're being fed, not be feral. Not feral. I doubt that the kitten is coming back.
Georgie says Hindu, Indian.
Okay, so whatever god or goddess, and I think it's the one I'm seeing as a god, whomever you pray to, spend some time praying to your god or goddess, or both of them actually, because usually they come in pairs, right? They're usually they're couples, right? So I would recommend that you spend time. And chanting is a great way of doing prayers. Personally, it would be my preferred way to do the prayers. If you don't have a particular family god or goddess, try the Tara goddesses. I don't know what they're called in Hindu. Actually, that's the Buddhist form, but I do know that there are similar ones. And right now, the green Tara is probably the one that would be of greatest help to you. What did she say?
She says, but I also follow all religions. And then she says, yes, Shiva and Parvati.
Okay. That makes so much more sense now because I saw Shiva. So watch out for Shiva. Go. So pay attention to Shiva right now, and Parvati, of course. All right.
Yeah, hold on.
It jumps.
Yeah, it did jump. Acel asks, hello, ladies. Any messages from my guides? Thank you.
Hang on. They're not being very clear. So they're giving me a song, but I don't know the song. But it's one that it probably would suit you well, and it appears to be a song of being joyful. So allow your energy to be as joyful as possible at this moment. Okay, joyful energy. And you're right. It's not necessarily easy to be joyful, but try really hard. And because the energy that you put out now will be the energy that keeps coming to you for the next little while. So joyful energy. Even with you have to make it happen. And you can make it happen. You're allowed.
Maria Herrera says, hello. Any messages from my guardian angel? Thank you.
So basically it seems to be a theme. And the theme is we're at a time when things are very tough. We've been dealing with this COVID stuff for 6 months basically, and nobody seems to know any finger on any of the truths, and it's leaving us frustrated and cranky. So basically what the guides are saying, do your best to be happy and joyful at this moment, and things are going to improve. Again, I'm going to suggest you go, and I forget what her name is, but I put there's part 1 and part 2. And part 1 is below part 2, of course. So, but it's a woman who's channeled all about the ascension, and that will give you hope. So go listen to this woman, and it is on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, not on the group. So so that everybody could listen to it, because when I listened to it, it made sense to me. It made me feel good. And we all want and need that energy of feel good at this moment. So go there, but it's basically the energy there. The energy of the guides is telling us to be happy and joyful.
Janet Preston, or Night Diamond, says, hi, glad you're on once more. Good morning to all.
Well, I'm going to try and be on every Friday around 11. And it's always good to talk to people.
Janet Preston asks, do you feel anything for me?
Well, yeah, I feel I won't do that. Let me see.
Too literal, Mom.
I know. I can't help myself.
I know, Jelly Bean.
I
know.
think basically it's the same thing that you get every month, every time we talk. Look after yourself a bit more than you have been. You have that right. And as nice as it is to look after everybody else, they also have the right to look after you a bit of the time too. Okay? And I do think you should allow yourself to be pampered occasionally instead of doing the pampering. You allow them to go get you that cup of coffee or that cup of tea or that whatever you're drinking. You know, just sometimes sit back and allow yourself to be looked after. And I can hear the groan that that's not going to happen. But try it, because I do believe that you have that right.
Jenny Jones asks, hello ladies, I got so stuck in my thoughts I'm starting to think I am borderline schizophrenic. Am I? I sure hope not.
No, but you do need to get out of your thoughts. Thinking is what causes all the problems we have. If we don't think and we just act, and that's not reacting, it's acting. That's when things happen. If you can start meditating and bringing your thoughts down to the less you think, the better it is, honestly. And it is difficult. I recognize that, but you can do it, and you should do it. And that's the best advice I've got for you, is do your best not to think. And this is where I tell people to think of toast. When you start overthinking, think of toast. Toast is boring. And you'll want to think of something else right away. And when you do, you go back to toast. And after a while, your mind will calm down. And that's the secret, is letting your mind calm down. You've got too much time on your hands. It was probably a lot of the problem. So if you in your spiritual life, huge difference.
Patricia Scoen says,
Hi, Patricia.
Asks, hello, beautiful Eliz-sha. I went to see a property Monday that was too small. Do you see the right one coming forward soon? So I so want to move now to be free.
Hang on. Yes, it's right. It's right there. It's just waiting for you. And it's something blue. There's something blue about it, a sky blue kind of look to it, and you'll know it when you see it. But it seems, I like to say Monday. You're going to find it Monday. But having said that, I have to say, yeah, I'm really crappy with timing. But yeah, it's close.
Lily Dulo says, so true. My patience is very high. As always, spot on. Thank you a lot.
Okay, I'm really glad for you.
Tay asks, do my spirit guides have a message for me regarding love? I don't have any friends, and there isn't a lot to do where I live, so it's hard not to meet someone.
Go online and do a role-playing game, just like we were talking about. You'll love it.
Actually, for those who are interested in Weave, if you Google Weave and Discord, or even download the app, because it is free and it's a mostly digital device gaming system now, it will link you up to the Discord community of weave people, so you can get groups together to play a game, and you can talk to people from all over.
Yeah, and I suspect this is how you're going to meet somebody, is through through online. And I know a lot of people do it nowadays, not through dating apps, but
I mean, some people still do dating apps, but
yeah, but it does not her.
No,
not,
I've personally found more people who do who like, there was one couple that met through Twitter, and they messaged each other and tweeted to each other all the time.
And on a couple days ago, I was talking to this woman. She says she started a blog, and this was just a personal blog with 25 friends following her. And one of her friends had this guy who started following her through his friend, and they messaged each other, and they're now married and happy.
Sometimes those stories do happen, like the Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks "You Got Mail" movie.
And it happens more often now, and I suspect that's your way of meeting people. And yeah, it takes a little bit to put yourself out there. I recognize that, but at the same time, you're a really nice human being. And there are a lot of communities, spiritual communities online that, not mine. Mine is full of women. Majority of them are women. But there are lots of spiritual communities out there that it would probably be, that's probably how you're going to meet people. And it doesn't have to be a spiritual community. It can be like a weave community or something like that. Somebody who has a lot of the same interests that you have. And if you're not interested in role playing, well, give it a whirl and find out. Maybe you're wrong.
Or there's a bunch of, if you're into nerdy things, which I know from what you name your pets. You are. There's a Geek Bomb on a community, also on Discord. There's a whole bunch of different nerdy outlets. There's book clubs. There's, a whole bunch of things that you can.
So there's that lady from Australia has a book club.
Yeah, Geek Bomb.
Okay.
It's also a YouTube channel, YouTube/geekbomb. Whatever. If you message Mom and ask her,
I have no idea. I'll give it to my daughter.
She'll get you to send you everything.
Yeah.
Or you can message me directly, and I can hook you up.
Yeah. I don't think she plays. I don't think she sets up relationships, but
no,
she will set you up with people.
I will set you up in communities that you never know, might lead somewhere.
And I suspect that's how you will find your person.
Okay. Jesse Aletea, I apologize for pronouncing that last name wrong, asks, is there a ghost touching me at night?
Okay, well, hang on. Yeah, and all you have to do is say nobody's allowed into my room at night, and ask your guides to keep them out. And that's this, as simple as that. You have to believe it. If you don't believe it, then it's not going to work. But if you believe it, your guides will keep anything and everything away. But yeah, I think there's somebody there, but you don't have to own it. It doesn't have to be yours. You can You just say no. If and the fact that you have a ghost coming there and everything, I would suspect that you probably have some form of mediumship abilities. If you're interested in it, then watch on Saturday. Talk to on Wisdom Seekers Facebook, because Erin will be on and she's a medium and she will very happily answer your questions. If you're not interested in being a medium, you just tell your guides, take it away. Take it away, Joe. Don't want that energy.
Don't come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Exactly.
Julie J asks, hello, hope you're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
When will Jay reach out to contact me?
Jay, when will you reach out? Don't hold your breath. Literally, don't hold your breath on this one. It might happen, but it's not going to happen for a while. And you might, if you're going to wait for him, it's going to be a while. So don't wait for him. Just go out and live your life. Okay? And you do want to live your life. You cannot sit around waiting for this guy to come. Okay?
Brenda
Can I see it?
No. It's the lady from South Africa.
Oh, okay. Hi, how are you?
And I apologize for getting your last name wrong.
It's not an easy name like Georgina or something like that.
Hello, ladies. I hope everything is well. What message does my guides have for me?
Wow, nice message, actually. They showed me a picture of you standing regal. And it seems to me that is that you're going to be in a position or will be put in a position of responsibility. That is not necessarily an easy place to be. Not one I would, but you are going to be one that has responsibility. And as I say, it's not an easy position, but you can, and you will do a good job because you have the spirituality that goes with it. So good luck on that. A lot of good luck on that.
Adana Jean asks, hello, will I get my master's degree as I pass the exam in August? Thank you.
You will pass the exam. I see great joy in your future when you get your marks. So I'm assuming passing the exam gives you your master's, and so yes, that is something that you are going to do, and congratulations. It looks like something that is well deserved.
Joy, Peace, and Love says, thank you, ladies. I love you both.
Thank you, Joy.
Tiny Banks says, hello, ladies. Love to you, and I was wondering when will I start a new career?
Seems to me I keep getting a lot of September energy right now, which we haven't even got into August yet. But yeah, September seems to be the general energy for a lot of things. Which is kind of, doesn't mean it's not earlier. It just means that's what I'm getting. And having said a time, I again have to go with, hey, you do realize I suck at time.
Georgie says, wow. Jennifer Schwab says they are feral, but the kittens were small and staying around their mom, still nursing on her. We thought maybe it wandered off and got stuck somewhere, or someone may have taken it.
Possibly, yes. I just don't see it coming back.
Cassie Sue asks, hello, ladies. I'm curious if my guides have anything to tell me. I feel like I am about to pop out of a cocoon.
Well, probably you are. There's a lot of energy out there of expansion, of growth, and awakening, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you were asleep, but there's always more levels of energy, and it does feel like you're going to become that teacher that everybody keeps telling you are. So good luck with that.
Tyrese Gibson says hello.
Hi.
Tyrese, sorry. Jeanette Preston says you're funny. I feel for you as well, my dear. Thank you. I'm never pampered. LOL. Yes, you heard me. Cassie Sue says there is a really funny song about toast. LOL. Maybe watch that when you think too much.
That's a good one. Yeah. I like Mindless Drivel. One of the latest shows we're watching right now is Stargirl. And it's kind of mindless drivel. But it's fun.
And it has pretty decent actors in
it's not horrible acting.
With Luke Wilson and
you groan when the girl makes stupid decisions. And she
does want to punch her in the face when she does something stupid.
And they all do something stupid.
But
because,
high school.
That's the way, that's what you do.
Ayush Magination says hiya.
We got new people, eh?
Yep. I apologize. Jenny Jones says, think of toast. I will remember. Thank you so much, as always.
I tell people that I have been telling people that for years. Think of toast.
Also, if toast is too easy to just think and forget, count out of order from 1, 26, 4, 97.
Things like that.
It does help.
It takes you out of your left brain.
Your brain can't.
Your logical brain can't hold it
out while it's trying to figure out what number should come next. Suman Kapoor asks, hello, beautiful ladies. Any messages for my angels? I'm a little hurt and feeling left alone at work. Any light for me? Need your wisdom.
Okay. Seems your guides are setting you up for something, and it. I hate to say this, but it's probably going to get a little darker before it gets lighter. But it seems that you're being set up to move seems like a lot of people are being set up right now to move forward in the energies. And to do that, it has to get dark first for some reason or other. I don't know why. But I think that has to do with the way the world is now with cancel culture and things like that. Your guides also say, we're always with you. Your angels are always with you. They're always, you just have to reach out to them. And they're recommending that you keep a touchstone or a feather or something like that on your, be close to you so that you can reach out and touch it to remind yourself that you're not alone. Okay? So I recommend that you do that. I would get myself a decent little stone or something that reminds you of being loved and is angelic for you. That's why I said feathers, because angels quite often let you know they're around because of feathers, right?
Patricia Scohen says, I love blue. I love sky blue. I feel I need to see the property now. Both you and Elle have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
Tay Tay says, thank you. I don't really like the idea of meeting someone online, but I will try to give it a shot once I'm comfortable.
But you know what? You meet them, you talk to them, and then you decide. You don't meet them online with the purpose of
think of going on there to meet new friends. If something more develops,
then
it develops.
that's different. But
Yeah.
it's not. You're not actually going on there to meet them. You're going on there to expand your horizons.
Tammy Banks says thanks. Tyrese Gibson asks, do you see love coming my way?
What I see is you thinking you're wanting love, but at the same time you're hiding from it. So there is something within you that you need to deal with, to work with, to clarify in yourself what you truly want. And yes, I see love coming your way, but it's self-love. And after you have the self-love, then you will find what you're truly looking for. And it may not be what you think it is. It may not be that you want to have a relationship. It may be that that what you want is something totally different from a physical relationship. I'm not saying that is 100% the truth, but I expect that you have something else in mind for your life, and you just haven't told yourself what it is yet. If that makes any sense whatsoever, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Cassie Sue says, yay, thank you. I do have plans to start my workbooks. Suman Kapoor says, thank you. Lots of love to you both. Have a great weekend. Are you up to answering one more question?
Sure.
Okay. Diane Main will be our last
Hi,
because
Diane.
we're over an hour. She says, good morning. Love to you both. Any message is needed.
So I think I've given you this message before, but here it is again. Hang in there. Things are you're just about to the end of this section of your life, and you're going to start moving forward into a new life era where the energy shifts and changes for you in a really positive way. And you just have to be patient. And I can't tell you exactly how long. I just know you have to be patient.
Jennifer Schwab says, I hope it finds a good home if it survives. Thank you both for your time and energy. I hope you have a wonderful day and many blessings.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, it will depend on whether Aaron's eyes are hurting or not. But tomorrow at 4 Pacific's time, she will be on and she will answer questions too. And everybody loves Aaron.
Christina Torr says, hello, Elisha. How are you? I hope good. I hope. Namaste. I feel like crap, by the way. LOL.
Is that because you're sick or because the energies are kind of fiddly? And when I say fiddly, they're downright cranky. A lot of cranky people out there right now.
B. Airless says, hello, Elisha and Elle.
Hi, B.
Christina Torr says, have a nice weekend, everyone. Diane Main says, thank you, being patient. And Maria Herrera ends us with, have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Maria. And that's everybody?
That's everybody.
Wow.
Unless I skip somebody.
And then we apologize. Next Friday. Okay. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.
Hasta la mañana.